A mother mourns for her children. Killed by bird flu on Europe's doorstep. Come a pandemic, between 5 million and 150 million people could die. Just how many will depend on the availability of effective medicines, and in the front line is Tamiflu. But the race to save lives is also earning its manufacturer big profits, its shareholders a healthy dividend, and one man growing rich with the panic sits at the heart of the American government. Donald Rumsfeld, Defense Secretary and former chairman of Gilead Sciences, the biotech company that owns the rights to humanity's best hope against the H5N1 virus. His stake is valued at £3 to 14 million. It makes some campaign groups uneasy.
We've seen the American government take people from pharmaceutical companies into some of their most powerful positions, and we think it's no coincidence that the position that the American government has taken over and over again in World Trade Organization meetings, in World Health Organization meetings, they want much stronger patent protection from countries that they're working with, and their influence has certainly been very harmful in many developing countries.
Tamiflu is made on license by Roche, one of the world's biggest pharmaceutical companies. It spent around £600 million developing the drug, and to protect its investment, it has a patent until 2016. Valid almost everywhere in the world, the patent makes it illegal for other companies to make cheaper generic versions. So far, the drug is estimated to have boosted Roche's profits by £1.5 billion.
Tamiflu has provided a very favourable tailwind for the company. It has actually enabled them to deliver strong growth as governments have ordered significant stockpiles of the drug.
Britain has ordered 15 million packs to protect the population. Other Western nations also have stockpiles built on the advice of the World Health Organization. But even at the discounted price of £8 a pack, the drug is beyond the means of the third world, where poverty and AIDS will make the effects of H5N1 still more deadly. And the 5 million packs donated by Roche to the WHO won't go far.
If most of the developing world is going to have to rely on that, there's not enough. So there's a real urgent question about ensuring that you get enough of this drug stockpiled, and in order to do that you can't just rely on one manufacturer. You've got to allow generic manufacturers to get in there and to make alternative supplies.
We put those points to Roche. The company said Tamiflu is difficult to make, and a free-for-all could result in ineffective supplies reaching the market. It wants to retain control of the world's production.
Well, I think it's really for those countries to heed the World Health Organization and actually put a bird flu plan in place. As I say, we can only begin talking to governments as they approach us to put a plan in place to do that. And I think obviously it's a world issue, and perhaps we're certainly willing as a company to play our part in that and upscale production to help them.
But the foundation...
I think we've actually covered quite a lot of ground already, haven't we?
That was Roche's PR executive. The extent of the company's humanitarian supply to the third world would seem a sensitive subject. Roche has now signed production deals with 2 companies in China and India, but it will be several months before they are able to add to the world's supply of Tamiflu. That could be too late. If the pandemic starts any time soon, there could be a limited supply of the most effective medicine against the deadliest flu virus in nearly a century.
Taking precautions, swine flu, a new strain of influenza, has so far left more than 100 dead, and fears of a global pandemic continue to grow. But in one sector, the illness could have huge benefits. These are tablets of the drug Tamiflu. It's made by Swiss pharmaceutical giant Roche. Tamiflu's been shown to work against swine flu, so demand, like here in New Zealand, is growing.
Had an avalanche of interest really right from the moment the pharmacy opened this morning.
Globally, orders for Tamiflu are skyrocketing as governments and corporations set up measures to tackle a full-blown outbreak. GlaxoSmithKline is also feeling the benefits. It makes Relenza, another drug capable of containing the virus. Since being discovered in Mexico, confirmed cases of swine flu have quickly spread around the globe. Shares in Roche and Glaxo rose as news of demand for the drugs increases. Manoj Ladwa is with ETX Capital in London.
And we've been seeing money flow in first thing this morning into defensive stocks, so utility stocks, pharmaceutical stocks have had a bit of a rally.
Roche says it may step up production of Tamiflu. The company already has an emergency stockpile of 3 million treatments of the drug, which can be deployed at the request of the World Health Organization. So far, that hasn't been needed. Andrew Potter, Reuters.